Hey everybody, this is Jake Faulk. I'm the Visual Arts Director here at Acadiana Center for the Arts, and we're going to talk a little bit about Dusty Reed and Roz Bernard, their show in our Reaux family vault. Their show is called New Works, and they chose each other as partners in a two-person exhibition, and they've been in dialogue as they're creating works. Sort of making work that is relevant to each other but look completely different. Part of what part of that difference is that Roz works in this sort of realm called assemblage, and then Dusty pairs folk art and cubism, those sort of modes of making together to form this amalgam in his paintings. We'll start with Roz right here. This particular piece is a really good example of her work and maybe what you can achieve or what one can achieve with assemblage. A lot of what it is found objects that are paired together and assembled into sort of this collage format. In this work in particular, what stands out is the texture and the surface, and then the color palette. The colors she's using are kind of minimized or limited. So it's this limited color palette of white, gold, and sort of beige, and very little of that vibrant color maybe that you see in Dusty's work. But it brings out the character of the surface area and the textures. And then right next to her is a piece called Innate Compassion. And this is, again, Dusty's sort of meshing and blending of cubism and folk art. If you look at it, part of what cubism does is it takes maybe two viewpoints and mixes them together. So if you look right here, you see a straight-on portrait, and then if you look here, you see a side profile. And that kind of happens throughout. There's another face here, there's even a face there. So it gives you this kind of rounded three-dimensional look within a two-dimension. But then the sort of the handling of the paint is very folkish. The line work and the motifs, and then actually this one's kind of a motif or a sort of I would fit it in a genre of maybe a mother and child, Madonna and child sort of painting from art history, where you see maybe the Virgin Mary and Jesus, that kind of thing. But anyway, these are two little paintings from a vast array of paintings and pieces that you will see from Dusty and Roz when we open back up and you get to come see them in person.